Members of Parliament on Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025, don begin for debate the Appropriation Act of 2025. The Appropriation Act na for allow government for use salon money for develop salon the year 2026 and other matter dem. Different members of parliament from both the ruling SLPP and APC bin debate on different things dem wey dey at the budget. Honorable Mohammed Alpha Jallow, wey na APC member of parliament from Falaba district, bin criticize the budget.
I wonder how the minister intends to raise this amount when for 9 months in 2025 he managed to raise just 13.4 billion. We wait to see the magic that he will use to raise 22 billion in 12 months. Mr. Speaker, notwithstanding that, honorable members, if you put together the revenue and the grants for 2026, the proposed revenue and grants for 2026, you get an aggregate of 25.9 billion millions, and the projected expected expenses for 2026 was said to be 30 billion millions. What this tells you, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, is that already the minister in the government is projecting another debt of 4 billion millions. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, this is not trust government, SO2. This is why for 4 straight years the government has exceeded the projected budget deficit for 4 years. This was pointed out by the World Bank in their most recent report that was released just November 2025. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, let me shock you. Do you know that this year's government budget for the entire 5 big game changers, including the enablers, was 2.2 billion millions? And during the supplementary budget, this was slashed to 1.1 billion millions, which is 50% of the original budget.
Honorable Charles Abdullahi, wey na a member of the SLPP from both districts, bin say tax na one part the thing dem wey government dey use for generate money, and he say this year's budget na good one for develop salon.
That a country to raise revenue is through tax. Also, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, you say when we debate with our conscience and to educate the masses, especially when it comes to national events. Therefore, I want to look at the basis at which this budget has been prepared as programmers. Normally, and as a rule, we set objectives, and those objectives are what the program tends to achieve at the end of the program. And therefore, the ministry and the Minister of Finance has set out objectives, and this budget seeks to answer these to achieve this objective, which to me is very realistic. And to any other programmer, if you look at Mr. Speaker with your leave, I will go through them one after the other so that we all look at it, how smart they are, very systematic, measurable, achievable, realistic at time bound, 2026.
Honorable Rugiatu Kamara, member of the APC party from Tonkolidi district, bin say in district they contribute significantly to salon in revenue, but in ask why President Bio no dey appoint people from in district. Honorable Kamara bin go before for say local council dey suffer because government no dey give them money to time wey dem for use for develop the country, and he say boku NBAs ministry department and agency dey complain for wey dem dey receive money late from the Ministry of Finance.
Name the people's budget. But I will tell you that year in, year out, during committee on supply, MDAs will complain about hardly receiving their allocation or only receiving 1%. And we are seeing the reality of it. That's why SO to the country is Ganga. So let me go to the local council. So they are asking the minister more questions. Let me go to the local council. The local council, presently, there is nothing to write home about. Let me ask the minister again if he's aware about the objective of reintroducing the local councils. Let me name few. Bringing governance to the localities.
Honorable Joseph Williams Lamin, a SLPP member of parliament, he tell plenty thank you to the minister and the government of Salone for where them prepare budget when he say now for the people he dey for.
To the gratitude to this finance document. So, colleague members of parliament, I am the member of the Works Committee. We went to Kampala, and with this very gentleman, the honorable man, we were in Synconia. We met the people there in Synconia. So when we met in Synconia, the road is under construction.
Unity News, me na Suleiman Jallo.
President Julius Maada Bio don pull nado the alternative livelihood training for youth bike rider for peace and the status of youth report 2025 na Milton Magai Technical University campus, Godrich. President Julius Maada Bio say youth development not to favor na national obligation.
It reminds us that youth development is not a favor, it is a national obligation.
President Bio bin go on for say education starts from simple way for read and number like wetin dem dey do.
Education starts from simple literacy, numeracy, acquiring transferable skills. Like wetin the one they do so. Me wey dey na ya, only motoka and bob. I like na middle road. Pass a call. It will call fitter them, technician for can do it. If you not to that, they sleep. When the aircon go up, pass to call the one day when a technician there, we know how to do that. That means not to the president to work no more important, not to the minister they no more, not to the alleged they no more. Everybody is important. That make we talk about technical and vocational.
Professor Philip John Kanu, Chancellor of the Milton Magai University, say the alternative livelihood training for bike man them not just they give them skill, but also certificates.
The alternative livelihood training for youth bike riders for peace is not only equipping young people with skills, but guaranteeing them full recognized university certificates as all the programs are duly approved by the Tertiary Education Commission. That is why the chairman of Tertiary Education Commission, Professor Agani, is here this morning with us.
Resident Coordinator UNDP, Frederick Ampere, say bike rider them represent 5% na the population and them critical for the country in development.
And we were talking about how youth bikers, who represent approximately a fifth of the population, are critical for this nation's development. And then I remember making a remark and saying to him, if youth bikers are a fifth of the population,
then they are a very key constituent. And I don't understand why somebody can be a youth biker for life.
Ishmael Sandi, President Salon Bike Riders Association, say commercial bike riding starts in 1996 with Fostem Sujamandem.
When we started this journey, 1996, that time the late President Ahmed Tijan Kaba, they will disarm Sierra Leone as ex-combatants. We know they are going to Bush again for whole gun. We decide for Tommy Barrow to Okada. Economic plan the day, that time, that's when we start this bike riding, 1996. We go to Parliament approval, we return to reunion.
The Minister for Technical and Higher Education, Dr. Ajay Ramatulai Wuri, been say the data-driven status na the youth report na commitment we show evidence-based policy making.
Producing a data-driven status of the youth report reflects a commitment to evidence-based policy making, a value that sits at the core of His Excellency the President's Human Capital Development Agenda.
The Youth Minister, Ibrahim Sano, talk say dem go ride bike now, but tomorrow dem go able do thing wey go benefit themselves.
I for prove to una say there is decency and dignity in labour. You can ride bike or you go be fast bike rider. You can ride bike now, but tomorrow you go able do something beneficial for yourself.
For Unity Broadcasting Online TV, Nelson Coker, the report.
Unity Broadcasting. Unity Broadcasting.